Okay, I have a Bush Lapa Boskriek here that I've redone. It's a beautiful panel with backlights, as you can see there. It has night lights. If you don't want to use lights at night, what you want to see on your panel, you quickly just come to the right hand side here, switch on your panel lights, and then you can control everything from here. From your lights, your fridge, everything running. All these loads running on the load meter. You have an inverter that will run from that. We'll show you the current once there is a load on the inverter. And then obviously we have our charge meter, which is our charging from our vehicle, our mains charger, or the solar. Now, very important, our systems do not decide which source it will charge from. It will charge from all sources. It will only switch off a source of charging when the batteries are full. So the vehicle, the solar or mains can all run together and add together. So if you're camping off-grid in the bush, your charging can be 30 or 40 amp from the vehicle, and if you have another 12, 15 amp or 20 amp from your solar, you add that to your vehicle charger. So the system doesn't decide which charging it uses, it adds the charging as it's needed for the batteries. Okay, so there's a little USB. There's the USBs. Neatly done. It's a dual unit with two power delivery type C's and a QC3. There's various types that we can add. If we have our water pump, then we can get there. Okay, so furthermore we have our battery monitor switches, our main 12 volt power. Remember, the panel lights work independently as well as your power inverter, and these ones work independently. That's why they're marked yellow. So if you have your panel lights and you've got main power, your battery monitor, you have your fridge. Okay, the fridge is cold. You have your lights. See the lights there. 12 volt plugs. All your 12 volt plugs. Okay. Water pump is already pressure. And then your inverter. I hear the inverter. Panel lights. Now below here we have our two earth leakages. One is for our mains. It's a shoreline input. Our inverter. We have an inverter installed here below. Okay, there's an inverter with the batteries and the charger and everything in here. Okay, we have a switch over. All the plugs, all your AC plugs can run from mains, or it can run from the inverter. Okay, very important, an inverter is a 230 volt AC source, so it does need an earth leakage if it's installed in your caravan. You need an earth leakage breaker, or a residual current breaker as they know it overseas. So I'll switch over for our plugs. Our charger runs from mains always, so it doesn't matter, it's not running from the switch over. And then we have our solar breaker and isolator. So it is an overload breaker and it is also an isolator, so you can switch off the solar charging input to the solar charger. Now, as I've mentioned, we have neat USBs here to show you. There's some neat USBs. Okay. And then what we have here below, let me show you, is your fusing for your load, the caravan movers, which is the AVIX that's installed in here. It didn't have any fusing, so I added the fuse for it. And then we have fusing for our charging, etc. So the client supplied the lithium batteries. What I've done is I've built these frames to hold these batteries in place. It's very strong. They won't go anywhere now. I've built a new charger, charge control system, mains 25 amp, solar 25 amp. So very neat installation.